What's up, dolls? Welcome back to the channel. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm really feeling spooky month. Did I just snort? I don't know. I'm really feeling spooky month, and I'm living for it. Okay, so surprise! But today we're doing another spooky build. Okay, exciting. And this time I'm building an abandoned mental hospital. Like an old school insane asylum that's been abandoned for years and years. Like it was shut down a long time ago and it's all been left there. Like all this stuff is still in here. And it's probably haunted too, like by the previous patients and by the nurses, you know. Basically, I'm building the typical horror movie insane asylum. You know, crazy unethical crap went down here, it was shut down, and everything has been left here. And now it's creepy and haunted. That's what we're doing. So yeah, bring your Sims here on their own risk, okay? Just gonna say that. And also, I know it's not called insane asylums anymore, but you know. So that's what we're doing. And here's the little story, okay? So I was gonna build this on a 64 by 64. That was my dream. That was my plan. Not my dream, but like my plan. And my plan was crushed. I was gonna build a huge ass insane asylum. Like my hair is all over the place. Sorry about that, if you can hear it. So I was gonna build a huge asylum. That was the plan on a 64 by 64. I even tweeted about it. And yeah, I also really wanted to build it in Forgotten Hollow, the vampire world, the world we got with the vampire pack, because it's, you know, it's spooky. The vibe here is perfect. It's just a perfect world to put an old creepy abandoned asylum in. I think you guys can agree on that. So that was my plan, a 64 by 64 creepy asylum in Forgotten Hollow. And yeah, then I went on to build, and my dreams were crushed because I realized the biggest lot in Forgotten Hollow is 30 by 40, guys. Like what? I don't know why, but I really thought the biggest lot in this world was 64 by 64, but no, it's only 40 by 30. And I don't know why I thought it was so much bigger, but yeah, it's only 40 by 30. So I really wanted to build in this world. I could have built this in any other world, but I really wanted to build this in Forgotten Hollow. So I kind of scrapped my 64 by 64 idea, and I decided to build here anyway. I don't know, I have built a massive vampire mansion on this lot before, so like I knew it was doable. Like you can build a pretty large build on a 40 by 30, but you won't get as much landscaping in. But then I kind of thought, like, it's an insane asylum. We don't need like a huge yard or anything. Like the patients were probably not allowed to go outside anyway. So I thought, you know, it works. It works anyway. I really wanted this asylum to be in Forgotten Hollow. So, you know, it kind of works, guys. It kind of works. Like the build itself, it's pretty massive still. Like I fit a lot of stuff in here, a lot of rooms you'll see, but I had to sacrifice the landscaping a bit. But I'm still really happy with how like this whole thing turned out. Even though it's not a 64 by 64, even though it's not like I had planned, I'm still pretty happy with it. So yeah, so there's 3 floors, and on the first floor we got like all the common stuff, you know, kitchen, dining room, what else, a reception, and we got a common room, like I don't know what to call it, you know, the room they would just hang out in during the day when they had nothing else to do. Where they can just watch TV or rock in a chair. I don't know what they would do, but like there's a room for them to just like hang out and chill in. And then on the second floor we got all the patients' rooms, if you can call them rooms. Yeah, all their like sleeping bedrooms. I wouldn't call them bedrooms, but you know what I mean. All the patients' rooms where they would sleep. And like we also got like isolation cells on the second floor. Like that's creepy. That's so sad, but also and creepy. But also then on the first, wait, what am I saying? Then on the third floor, seriously though, like I'm a mess. On the third floor, we got all the therapy rooms, and yeah, those were really, really fun decorating. Okay, they are creepy AF, but I had so much fun decorating like the third floor. So can't wait to get to that part. Anyway, so I used a lot of packs. Oh, before I talk about the packs, guys, okay, this is my favorite part. I thought I was really freaking creative with this right here. Like, I'm really proud of myself. So you can see that I put these like metal bar doors in front of the windows. Like how freaking amazing is that? Like, it's sad, but you know, all asylums had like these bars in front of the windows, like they still do to this day. Like mental hospitals do have those, mostly to protect the patients, but it looks kind of scary. It looks like a prison, you know. But I just thought it was so creative to use those doors and just scale them down and put them in front of the windows, so it looks like steel bars in front of the windows. You know what I mean? I thought it was really creative thinking of that. So I do that on all the windows. And it was very, very, very time consuming. Like, it took so much time putting those in front of all the windows, scaling them down and stuff. But I just think it's such a realistic and cool detail that I'm really happy I thought of. I'm like really proud, and I sound like I'm very full of myself right now, but you know, I'm just really happy about that detail that I thought about it. So yeah, but the packs. Okay, let's get back to the packs. I do use a lot of packs, like I kind of always do. I'm sorry about that, but this time I really focused on 2 packs. So, I mean, that's kind of good news, right? I'm trying. I focused on 2 packs. So as long as you have these 2 packs, I think this place will look pretty much the same, okay? Some flowers might be changed or something like that, but or some lights or whatever, but I mostly focused on 2 packs. So as long as you have these 2 packs, the vampire pack and Get to Work, as long as you have those 2 packs, like you're good to go. You can download this and it's gonna look pretty much the same. So yeah, like all the details are from the vampire pack, or like most of the details are from the vampire pack. So the wall decals that make the walls look grungy, I use those a lot on pretty much all the walls. You'll see that I'm putting them up right now. So yeah, those decals are from the vampire pack, and then also I used a lot of cobwebs from the vampire pack and a lot of art from the vampire pack. And also like the exterior is pretty much the vampire pack. Like the exterior wallpaper, the windows, all the landscaping, that's from the vampire pack, and like the fence. And then these bars that I'm using right now, putting in front of the windows that I've been like bragging about, those are from Get to Work, and all of the other furniture, or I used mostly like Get to Work when furnishing. So details and stuff and exterior is from the vampire pack, and then like all the furniture is pretty much from Get to Work. So if you have those 2 packs, I think this place is gonna look pretty much like this if you download it. So as long as you have those 2, GG, you can download this. I mean, you can still download this even if you don't have those 2 packs, but it's not gonna look the same. And pretty much the 2nd floor and the 3rd floor, like that's pretty much only Get to Work. So yeah, but yeah, I don't know, you can see I used a lot of those decals that make the walls look grungy and nasty, and yeah, I just really wanted this place to feel very old, because it's not supposed to be in use still, it's supposed to be abandoned. So that's kind of why I did that. And obviously for the interior, like I go for a lot of antique vintage furniture because it's supposed to be an old build, and that just makes everything look so much creepier. So yeah, and yeah, wait, what am I doing? Okay, so I think I'm done with the reception. Yeah, that's the first thing I did, I think. I'm really a mess. But yeah, I did the reception and 2 like offices next to it, and then this is like the common area where they can just hang out in front of the fireplace. And then I put some chairs in front of the windows, and that's really sad because I was googling pictures for inspiration. I said that earlier, but like I saw this picture with like a lot of rocking chairs. Also, I really want rocking chairs, like I hope they have that. But yeah, I saw this picture of rocking chairs that were like stacked in front of the windows, so like the patients could sit and just look out the window. And that's so sad. Like that picture really like made me sad. But yeah, I thought I would recreate that, so I put a lot of like chairs in front of the windows so the patients can look outside. So freaking sad. Okay, that's giving me anxiety. Let's not talk about it. But yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, I don't know, you guys. Like, looking at all the inspo pictures, like they made me really freaking depressed. But we are doing this in The Sims. This is not real. So yeah, I had a lot of fun decorating this place. You know, I love everything spooky and horror. Like I love Halloween. So I don't know. I had so much fun building this, even though it's sad. It was fun building this in The Sims, because it's not real, you know. This must be like, I think this is one of my favorite builds that I've ever done. I think one of them. But yeah, so I'm pretty happy with most of the rooms, but this one, okay, so this one I am not so sure about. So this is the dining room, and I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I'm happy with all the other rooms, but not the dining room. I didn't quite know what to do with this one. I don't know. Not so happy with this room. And also I was looking for a freaking rug. So whenever I do any of my other builds, I always feel like we have way too many like vintage rugs. You know, way too many of them, and I don't like them. But now that I needed them for this build, like I couldn't find them. I could not freaking find them. So yeah, I was struggling with the rugs because I thought we had way more vintage rugs than we actually do. Like I feel like we have a ton of them, but now that I needed them, like I couldn't find them. So yeah, I was struggling a lot with rugs basically. And yeah, I used this wallpaper a lot. This hospital looking wallpaper, like it's perfect for this build. I use it pretty much throughout the entire second and third floor, but for this first floor I used mostly like the fancy wallpaper, like the green fancy wallpaper that you can see in the kitchen and the reception and stuff, because I felt like I first put this wallpaper throughout the entire build, like even on this first floor, but I also felt like I wanted to go for more fancy wallpaper downstairs, because you know, they want to make a good impression, good first impression, because this is the floor the relatives see and all the people that come visit, and obviously you want to make a good impression for the people that come visit. But then the other floors where all the scary, awful things happen, like that those floors, those are not as fancy, but this first floor is pretty fancy. And for this kitchen, like, okay, I always struggle with kitchens, and with this, I think I spent so much time in this kitchen. I didn't know what to do, and it's a massive kitchen. Like, look at the size of this kitchen. Like, it's massive. So I was struggling a lot, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this kitchen though. Like, I put a lot of debug items in. I love using debug items. So I think in the end it turned out pretty okay. I don't know how, like I googled ASYLUM kitchen and I did not get many matches. So I don't know what the kitchens looked like. So I was kind of like trying to wing it. And I don't know how accurate this is, but I had a lot of fun with it. And also, like, look at the freaking floor. Guys, look at the freaking floor. This floor, I know this floor was very popular back in the days, like this black and white tiles. Like, it's so in your face. I hate this freaking floor. These floor tiles. Okay, brain, I gotta stop being a mess. I hate that freaking floor so much, and I've never used it in a build before, but I just thought it was so perfect for this one. So I used it finally for the first time, but it's so freaking awful. But yeah, that was the kitchen, and you can see I used a lot of like debug items in that. And that was also like the entire first floor, and now we are on the second floor. And as I said, this is like the sleeping quarters, and I keep this kind of like the rooms in here. I keep them kind of minimal. Like, there's not a lot of furniture in them because I don't think they had a lot of furniture. Like, again, I looked at inspiration pictures and they were pretty bland. Basically, in most of the pictures, they had a bed. Most of the rooms were shared, and they pretty much had a bed and a table and a chair. That was it. So I kind of went for that, a very minimal hospital look. Very depressing. So all the rooms are shared. There's no like single room. There's these rooms that have 2 beds in them, and then there's like a room, like the room next to this, have a lot of kitchens. What? What am I even talking about? A lot of beds. So yeah, there's some rooms with 2 beds in them, and then there's this like room with like 5 beds in them. So yeah, again, like very minimal, and it just looks so depressing. Like I don't know how you're gonna get better living here, like for real. Like no, it's very depressing. And I used like these debug medicine bottles. I thought that was very fitting. And I don't know, you guys, it's so freaking depressing. So this is the left side of this floor, and I pretty much copied this. I don't show you guys in the video, I skip it. But the right wing, the right side of this floor, like it looks exactly the same. I just mirrored it. But I thought I didn't need to show you everything. Like all the rooms look the same on the other side as well. So yeah. And this is the hallway. Like look at this. It looks so creepy, and it looks like a hospital, and I just don't know how you're supposed to get better living here. Like maybe that wasn't their intention to make people better. Like I feel like they just used everyone for crazy weird experiments. That's so freaking depressing. So yeah, that's what I tried to make it look depressing and like a very scary hospital. And I feel like I captured that feel. So the room with the newspaper, by the way, that's like the isolation cell. And I put a chair in there. I think the isolation cells were empty. I don't think they had anything in there. But I decided to put a chair in there just to have something in there. I don't know. And yeah, I just put a bunch of random stuff here in this little area, like the holding area. I don't know what to call this, but yeah, I just put a bunch of random, like when you go to hospitals nowadays, they usually have like these things on display, like old tools and stuff on display. So that's kind of my inspiration for this place here. Just display. This is just, you can sit here and wait if you want to, like, or sit here for whatever reason and just look at these things they have on display for some reason. I don't know. Hospitals usually have them. At least hospitals around here have like things on display for whatever reason. So that was my inspiration for that. But yeah, as you can see, I cut out the right half of the builds, or half of the right half of that floor, because it was exactly the same as the left side that I showed you. And so yeah. So that was, I feel like I'm such a mess. So yeah, that was the second floor and the sleeping quarters, and this is the third and final floor, and here's where all the therapy rooms are. So you got two fancy rooms here with a fancy wallpaper that they look kind of nice. The left room is like a therapy room where you can go sit and talk to a therapist, and then the middle room here is like an office. And then all the other rooms are like for surgeries and other kind of weird treatments and experiments, you know. I tried to make the other rooms look like they're rooms from your nightmares, pretty much. So this is where they would carry out crazy experiments and lobotomies and all those awful things. So yeah, I really tried to make these rooms very scary, but I don't know, my opinion is all hospitals are scary. So even like modern hospitals, I don't like hospitals, so for me this is like creepy, but I tried to overdo it and make these rooms look as creepy as I possibly could. Like some crazy experiments took place here. That was like the field I wanted to go for. So I also put up a lot of these potions and stuff, because maybe they were testing new drugs on the patients and all those awful things. And then this huge room here, like this is a lecture room. Like I saw pictures of this on Google. I saw pictures of rooms that looked like to be lecture rooms. So I'm assuming, also I had struggles with the roofs, okay? So I know the roof cuts through the room. Very annoying. Like it is a room. I don't know why the roof is cutting through it. I tried to fix it, but I couldn't. I really hope they fix that. I think it's a glitch or something. There's something up with the roofs. They sometimes glitch through the rooms, and I don't know why. So that was annoying. So excuse the roof. I'm really sorry about that. But yeah, this big room here is like a lecture room. So I saw pictures of rooms that seem to be some kind of lecture room where a doctor would perform something on a patient and other doctors and students would would watch and learn how to do that procedure, I assume. I kind of heard stories about that. So yeah, that's what I did with this room. It's supposed to be like a lecture kind of thing, basically. And yeah, I really love this room. Like, it looks very old school creepy. I feel like you guys know what I mean when I say old school creepy. That was the look I was going for, old school creepy. I just made that up, but I feel like you guys know what I mean when I say that. So yeah, again, using the decals to make the walls look very nasty and gross and old. So yeah, I just love that room. I really feel like that room looks creepy. It looks like something from my nightmares. And then this room, I realized I hadn't put in any showers. Like, there are bathrooms. On the first floor there was bathrooms, and on the second floor there's bathrooms. But I realized I hadn't put in any showers. So I decided to make a shower room, because I imagine they wouldn't get showers that often. But if they were performing a surgery or something on the patient, I assume they would make them shower before, I don't know. So I decided to make a creepy shower room as well. So that's what that was. And then here we got another 2 rooms for experiments and surgeries and treatments and all that. So yeah, that's pretty much, I don't know what to say. Like, this room is supposed to look like a crazy experiment room. So the first room that I just showed you, like, that was the lecture room. And then this room is for experimenting, pretty much. Or these 2 rooms are for weird experiments. And I basically just used a bunch of like random items for these rooms to make them look creepy. Like, you're not supposed to know what these items are for, so it makes it even creepier, pretty much. I don't know, this whole idea of an asylum is creepy, like an old asylum. Like, obviously it was awful experimenting on people, so just the thought of this is like creepy AF. But yeah, once I'm done with these rooms, I am pretty much done with the build. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do want to download this asylum, it's going to be up on my gallery, and you can find it by searching for my username CyberdollYT or under the hashtags Cyberdoll and CyberdollYT. And use the move objects cheat, like have that on before you place this, because I use that cheat quite a lot. So to make sure everything is like placed properly, have that cheat on before you place this. And yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed this build. If you did, please leave it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I'd be so happy if you did. And if you have ideas, if you want to see like other spooky builds, like if you have ideas for spooky builds, leave them in the comments. Because we still have like 2 weeks left of Halloween month. So I do want to do some more spooky builds, pretty much. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I love you all, and I'll see you in my next video.
It's a rainy night coming late out of the dojo. No lights, dark out on the parking lot. Looking for my car, thought I left it here before. Get a feeling that something ain't right. Moving shadows, hear the sound of 2 feet. See my car, where my keys, kinda getting spooky. Oh God, now it's coming from behind. My cell is gone dead as I slowly turn around and go. Suddenly, monsters all around me. All I see, 100 ninja zombies. Suddenly, monsters all around me. They don't know I'm swinging like Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee, Bruce Lee. My heart's beating fast now, I'm about to pass out. Suddenly my brain's letting go and I laugh out loud as my elbows crash into an eyebrow. Thinking what the hell, I'm gonna make it somehow. Run into a closed liquor store, break the window. Grab a bottle of gin, take a swig, oh no. Stepping on a slimy lump and no, they're lurking in the shadows. Suddenly, monsters all around me. All I see, 100 ninja zombies. 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Grab my nunchucks, 5, 6 knee kicks. Practice on bricks, heads to the left, heads to the right. Oh, round kicks flying as I fall to the floor. 1, 2, 3 o'clock. Grab my nunchucks, 5, 6 knee kicks. Practice